Day 1 started like any other world, but there's a twist. If I take any fall damage, I have to delete the world and restart it at day 1. What are the chances of this spawn happening? I think it's time to restart. 100 days? Okay, this is better. For day 1, I'm just gonna do the normal Minecrafter things, collecting wood and making tools. For day 1, all it was just killing animals and trying to find sort of village or something, and trying to remember not to take any fall damage. I started traveling across water, looted a shipwreck, and carried on. For a while. I ended up looting a nether portal, and then ended up sleeping in another shipwreck. This challenge was gonna be hard. Day 2, I literally found nothing. I was still exploring. Yes, a village. Unfortunately, it was a really small village, but a great place to settle down. Change of plans. For day 4, the recording was really low quality for some reason, but I found a better village. Day 5, I decided to go mining to get some stuff. I just came up, and it's day 6, and this is all the mining stuff I got. Day 7, I decided to get some wood. From the wood, I made some fences to surround my house to make sure no mobs can get in. After that, I planted some trees. It was getting dark, so I decided to go to bed. On day 8, I decided to grab my iron and make some tools and armor. And I found a mending villager. I made one of the houses a storage house. Had to make sure I didn't forget. Same with my house. I only had 3 diamonds, so I decided to get some more, making sure I didn't take any fall damage. Until day 1, I just did the usual stuff and I found a village, looted it, and yeah. Day 2, I decided to go mining to get some iron to make some tools and armor. I made a chest room to store things. This actually took me into day 3, so yeah. On day 4, I grabbed some water and went searching for some diamonds. Ooh, there's a big cave, wait. So what you're seeing right now is the deep dark biome, home to the warden, one of the most deadliest mobs in Minecraft. And it was right under my house. Over the next few days, I went mining for some diamonds until only joking. And I came back with 16. Then I suddenly thought I do not want to live in an acacia biome. So I started collecting my things, getting ready to move. Tamed a horse and just rode until I found like a village. I found a village and then I fenced my horse in, and I need to think of a name for him. I grabbed some wood and made a place to stay, which took me a few days to complete. I placed some torches down to stop mobs from spawning, made an infinite water source, made a little melon farm, and finally made some diamond tools and armor.
I went out looking for a cave or a lava pool to find some obsidian for a nether portal, and it literally took me a whole day to find some. Eventually I found some and made it out of a cave, unlike last time, which put me on day 15.
From the obsidian, I built a nether portal. I went in and then came back out because hardcore nether doesn't seem too pleasing. So instead, I made a sheep and a cow farm because why not? The main reason for the cows is because of the leather used to make books for enchantments or the enchantment table. On day 17, I breeded some cows. I made this building into a mine shack. While I was down there, I grabbed some diamonds. When I came up, it was day 18 and I got some wolves. From that mining trip, I got 26 diamonds. I decided to make this house into a chest room, so I chopped down some wood and I placed some chests. My next big task was trying to get the enchantment table. I started off by breeding cows for leather, and then I mined a few more obsidian because I was a few blocks short, and finally made the enchantment table. It was time. For days I wanted to go to the nether, and I finally built up courage to go. How did these guys get here? Killed my first ghast. Found a fortress right next to my portal, and here is where the fun begins. Yeah, I was fine. I came back with like 7 blaze rods. I decided to name my horse Juan after Juan. For the rest of day 24, all I did was farming, mainly because I needed them to trade with farmers. Why is the iron golem walking up to me? Hello? I ended the day leveling up my farmer to level 2 by trading. I started the morning of day 25 by sitting on a bench with one of the farmers listening to the disc I had found a while ago. Day 25 marks a quarter of the way through the challenge. As I made this lectern to make one of the villagers a librarian, I realized you might have not subscribed. Subscribing is free and you can always unsubscribe whenever. For a while now, I was trying to get a good book trade from a librarian by placing and destroying the lectern. I was at this for a while and finally, a mending book? That's pretty good for 20 emeralds. The next day I decided to make a trading place for the villagers to trade with them, obviously, and make them breed for baby villagers. I killed some cod, and then I went to a jungle, and then I found a jungle temple thing. What is this loot? This was definitely for the poor. I was killing some chickens and I accidentally hit my parrot that I tamed recently, but I had another one, so I just sat him outside my mining shack. I started the day off with placing bamboo from the jungle, then started more work on the villager breeding place. I was placing blocks like grass and logs to show how environmentally friendly I am. This place was starting to look good. I grabbed all my melons and traded them with the villager, so I got some emeralds. It was starting to go night, so one of the villagers started making their own way over to the beds that I had to place down, and there was a baby villager in there with him. I'm gonna make you two breed. I started day 33 with farming carrots, melons, and sugar canes. I tried taming a cat, but he just didn't want it. He just didn't want the fish. But eventually I tamed it. For all of day 34, I was just placing walls around my village. The baby villager finally grew up and they were staring into each other's eyes very deeply. I threw carrots at them because that's how you make them breed, and yeah, children don't watch. While they were breeding, I placed down some more bamboo. I also tamed another cat. The next day I leveled up my cleric. I gave the villagers more carrots because they weren't breeding. Added a few minor details to my house, and finally, oh my god, a child! Let's get a music change. I decided to water bucket emoji off the roof and make sure I didn't take any fall damage, otherwise I would have to restart the world. The villagers have a second child. I made some lecterns so I can turn some villagers into librarians. And I got efficiency 4 for 14 emeralds. It was going night, so I decided to have a sleepover at the villager place. The next day, I got an efficiency 5 book for 20 emeralds. I was out looking for horses for leather, and then I came back and my villagers have turned into zombie villagers. I found a dark oak biome. I got mushrooms from it because I needed to make weakness potions to cure the zombie villagers. I got a spider eye to also help make the weakness potion. But unfortunately, something really bad happened. They all despawned. I went to bed and I was going to deal with it in whenever I felt like it. I started working on getting level 30 enchantments from my enchantment table. I spent days collecting leather to make bookshelves. I ended up giving up when I had 4 bookshelves to make left. I was getting really bored and I didn't want to do this for like the next few days. I started cutting some dark oak trees down from the dark oak forest I found recently. I was grabbing this wood to get resources for my mob spawner that I'm going to build soon. After gathering materials, I started to build the mob spawner. So I might have miscalculated the amount of wood I was going to need for this. I started making walls on the mob spawner so mobs can like spawn in there. I then started doing the roof. Okay, ignore the roof, it kind of looks a bit, it works. I can finally get really good mob loot and good XP. I started day 52 by breeding cows, then slaughtered them. I started killing them for leather for the enchantment table. While I was exploring, I found another village, looted it and headed back. I made leather into books and then I made the books into bookshelves. And finally, I have a level 30 enchantment table. I started off by farming, bought a mending book to repair my axe, enchanted my sword and it was actually pretty good. Got some XP to enchant everything else. Grabbed some rotten flesh, got some emeralds for it. I traded sticks with the Fletcher and even more. I started this day off with trading with the farmers. I started getting XP until... well, that was close. Turns out my mending villager disappeared. Not to worry, I just went mining. While I was there, I grabbed a lot of gold to trade with piglins in the nether for ender pearls. I killed a few creepers, then I decided to hit an enderman. It teleported away and made a really weird noise. And randomly, it teleported back. Luckily, my sword was pretty strong, so I ended up finishing him off and grabbing that sweet ender pearl. I got up and started hitting another enderman to see if I can get another ender pearl. Unfortunately, I did. On day 62, my mending villager appeared. What? Made an upside down tea with melons. Stayed out all night trying to get ender pearls, but I didn't get any. Day 63, I started digging up some dirt. I watched an iron golem kill a zombie pigman. Then I went to the nether, started trading with piglins, killed an enderman, and got a pearl. I heard zombie noises, so I dug down and... oh my god. For the rest of the day, I just killed mobs in my mob farm. Day 66, I started building a bigger melon farm so I can get them juicy trades. That was about it, and at the end of the day, I said hello to my friend. For the next 3 days, I farmed and traded until I got my cleric up to the highest level so he can trade me ender pearls. Day 71, I placed some beds so more villagers can breed. I did some farming and some more. And the next day, more farming. 2 of the villagers that I made breed gave birth to twins. I bought some more ender pearls, and the villagers squeezed out another kid. After days of trading, I got 12 ender pearls. I might need some more though. I started giving the baby villagers a job when they grow up. While I was waiting for them to grow up, I was making a path around the houses. After many tries, I got a fortune 3 book for 28 emeralds. I also got an efficiency 5 book for 36 emeralds, but I decided not to take it because it was too expensive. I started the day off by shearing sheep, and then sat AFK while I go to eat. I started netherite mining with beds, but my luck was horrible, until I started mining like this. I came back with quite a few and I had to repair my pickaxe. I started smelting the ancient debris. I made sure my diamond armor was all full durability and then changed the diamond armor to netherite. For the next few days, I started trading for more ender pearls just in case my ones broke when trying to find their stronghold. I started digging up some sand to smelt into glass to build the water elevator up to the mob spawner. Once smelted, I started construction on the glass pillars up to the farm. I placed kelp in the water to make every block into a source block. When completed, I jumped down, broke the kelp and tested it out. It worked. For the next few days, all I was doing was getting prepared to fight the ender dragon. I got even more ender pearls just in case, and then went to sleep. I started by throwing one of my eyes of ender, but unfortunately it disappeared. Oh, you're joking. And after many tries, the eye went into the ground. Well, I didn't see it, but I assumed it did. The hunt began. It took me ages. I was just mining in any direction. And finally, I found it. Now I need to start looking for the end portal. Why is it so dodgy? But eventually I found it and I broke the silverfish spawner. I entered the end. For this part of the video I'm not gonna speak. All it is just gonna be my fight against the ender dragon. Enjoy. I bridged up to the gateway and pearled through it. I started searching for an end city with an end ship because that's where you can get the elytra. At last, I saw the end ship from afar. I entered the end city, killing a few shulkers on the outside. Now, it was time to bridge over to the end ship and get the elytra. I borrowed the shulkers that were on top of the ship. I broke in and stole the healing potions from the brewing stand. I then killed the last shulker. Then I took the chest loot and finally the elytra. And then I flew back to the gateway. And I forgot to get the dragon head that was on the thing. I then pearled back through the gateway, and then I got out of there. All I did for day 95 is farm and trade with villagers to get some emeralds. I bought a mending book from the emeralds I got, and then put it on my elytra. I then jumped off my mob farm and glided over looking at what I had done for 30 hours of my life. On day 96, I made a bunch of fireworks for my elytra. I made a little statue to represent my 100 days on Minecraft Hardcore. Eventually, I want to build a bigger and better house, because this house looks like a cereal box. I planted some trees, and after ages, I finally got a silk touch villager, which when put on my pickaxe, I can go grab the ender chest from the end city. For the rest of the day, I just sat AFK watching YouTube. I made a few shulker boxes, traded with some villagers. I made an armor stand to put some spare armor on it. I did some more farming, traded my melons away, and grabbed some wheat. I started off day 100 by trading with a villager. Then I purchased the Silk Touch book. Why are the fish frozen? Just like day 25, I sat on the bench listening to the cat music disc, looking over the sea at the sunset. It's crazy to think that I survived 100 days in Minecraft Hardcore without taking any fall damage. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and comment something I can improve on or how I did well. Turn on notifications for my channel if you don't want to miss another video like this. Thank you so much for watching.